question tabled by Mohammed Yazin. John Whittingdale, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The government recognises the vital role that local and regional newspapers play in the provision of reliable, high-quality information during this time. We have already put in place an unprecedented financial package to provide support to all businesses and have taken a number of steps to provide specific support to news publishers. We are continuing to work closely with publishers to fully understand the specific challenges they are facing with the supply chain and the fall in advertising revenues and options for addressing these.
Yazin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The government has agreed an advertising deal with the News Media Association, which represents the wealthiest publishers, but so far overlooked independents. Does the Secretary of State agree with me that the independent publishers, like the Bedford Independent, are providing a vital service to communities across the UK, and will he meet with the independent sector representative body, the ICNN, to agree an advertising deal for local independent press?
Mr. Whittingdale, with one more question to come.
I agree with the honourable gentleman that the independent community news sector is very important and has an essential role in continuing to provide public information alongside the NM members in the regional and local press. The agreement that we've reached for advertising actually will cover 600 national, regional and local titles, which reach something like 49 million people. But I'm in touch with the ICNN, and we are looking to see what other measures could be put in place to support them and to see whether or not they could benefit from the government's own advertising package.
We now go over to Marcus Fish.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In Somerset, we are fortunate to have some excellent community radio stations, but across the country, they are in need of financial support at this time. What more can the government do to make sure community radio stations are not forced to close because of coronavirus?
Minister Whittingdale. Can I thank my honourable friend? I very much agree with him that community radio does play an essential part in the media landscape, and I'm very conscious of the pressures that many community radio stations are currently under. We are looking at ways in which we can support them, perhaps through the use of the Community Radio Fund. That is something which I hope that we will be able to say more about very shortly. But I am determined to give whatever help is possible to support community radio as well as commercial radio.
We now come to